Shalom, Israel. This video is for my brothers and sisters who it feels like, we walking on this walk alone. You're not alone. It's just not a lot of us. And the Most High does it like that on purpose here. Think about it. We got to, not only are we, battling against the Gentiles because they don't really want to admit who we are. Now that everybody is kind of admitting who we are, they still don't want to give us our due. So it's like we're going against them and we're going against our own brothers and sisters who don't want to listen to the words of the Most High. They want to be stuck in idolatry. They want to do everything else other than what the Most High says, which is to worship him only. And I know it seems like a lonely walk because, it's just not a lot of people that the Most High is going to wake up. Some people, a lot of people are made to be destroyed, and the Most High is giving them over to delusion, and there's nothing we can do about that. Nothing you can say about that. But I know it feels like we, kind of are outnumbered, but, it just looks that way. But physically, it may seem like we're outnumbered, but hey, the Most High never dealt with a lot of people anyway. He told our ancestors he didn't choose us because we had the more numbers. Matter of fact, we had the lesser numbers, but he chose us because he loved us. He said he chose us even before he started making the heaven and earth. But anyway, the Most High fights with us. Just a few needed. First Maccabees 3:18. Unto whom Judas answered, it is no hard matter for many to be shut up in the hands of a few. And with the God of heaven, it is all one to deliver with a great multitude or a small company. For the victory of battle standeth not in the multitude of an host, but strength cometh from heaven. The Most High, man, fights with us. So we're gonna be outnumbered. So don't worry about that though, because hey, we got an army with them. Judges 7:7. Judges 7:7. And the Lord said unto Gideon, by the 300 men that lapped will I save you and deliver the Midianites into thine hand. What happened is that Gideon and the Israelites were getting ready to go to battle. They was getting ready to go fight, I think like a couple of 100,000 people. And they had 22,000 at first. The Most High told Gideon, said, now you got too many. You got too many. If I send you to battle with 22,000 versus that host, even though y'all grossly outnumbered, when you all win, y'all gonna think y'all did it on your own. So what you can do is just ask everybody that's afraid, that's scared, tell them they can leave. He did that, still had 10,000. Most High said, that's still too many. That's still too many. 10,000 to go against a couple of 100,000. So he said, take them down to the river. And whoever leans over and drinks the water like this, scoops it up like that, take them with you. But the ones who go like this, tell him to get the hell on. So what happened is that he ended up with 300. Most High said, good, take 300. Take 300 people to go fight a couple of 100,000. Let's finish. Judges 7:12. And the Midianites and the Amalekites and all the children of the east lay along in the valley like grasshoppers for multitude. And their camels were without number as the sand by the seaside for multitude, which means, man, they was in the valley like grasshoppers. Everywhere. Probably couldn't, it's everywhere. Grossly outnumbered. Judges 7:22. And the 300 blew the trumpets, and the Lord set every man's sword against his fellow, even throughout the host, and the host fled. I think right here, I got a note that it says 300 versus 135,000, I guess. But still, they were outnumbered. They were outnumbered. But it didn't matter because the Most High was with them. When they blew the trumpet, them cats started fighting each other. Them cats started fighting and killing each other. They went crazy because the Most High says, I got y'all. Just trust in him. 2 Kings 6:15. And when the servant of the man of God was risen early and gone forth, behold, an host compassed the city both with horses and chariots. And his servant said unto him, alas, my master, how shall we do? And he answered, fear not, for they that be with us are more than they that be with them. And Elisha prayed and said, Lord, open up his eyes so he can see what I see. Because what happened, the servant of Elisha, like it's just us two. It's a whole gang of them cats at the door, man, with swords and chariots and horses and all kinds of. Do you see what I? We finna get beat down. Elisha was like, man, don't worry about that, man. I can see what you can't see. So, Lord, please open his eyes so he can see what I see. And Elisha prayed and said, Lord, I pray thee, open his eyes that he may see. And the Lord opened the eyes of the young man, and he saw, and behold, the mountain was full of horses and chariots and fire round about Elisha. See, Elisha saw that he had help from the Most High. He had the army of the Most High just waiting, sitting, waiting. Couldn't nobody see him but him. So them cats that was out the door, them cats that was out there with their horses and their chariots and all their little weapons feeling out good, like, yeah, we got these motherfuckers, boy. I'm telling you, we got them outnumbered. Elisha was like, no, you really don't. See, that's how I feel. Like every day, I know. It seems like all these other nations, all these other races, they got all the firepower. That's what it seems like. They got the airplanes, they got the submarines, they got the real guns. We got guns, but they got real artillery. They got all those things. Nuclear bombs, all kinds of missiles, tanks, cruisers. They got all kinds of things. And that's why, in that day, the Most High says everybody will go to their own land, to their own people. But at the same time, all the heathen will gather around. He's going to call them all to come on, let's scrap. Scrap with my people Israel. And what we going to have? These hands, a couple other things. So I'm like Elisha, I don't be worried about that, because we be looking like we outnumbered and we getting beat down. I'd be like, no, Father, open their eyes to know what I know. I can't see it, but I know where our help is coming from. I know where my help is coming from. It's come from the Most High. He done showed me in dreams and visions where I got several big angels with me. I can't never see them, but I always feel their presence. They always there. And they have actually told me before in my dream, patted me on my chest, you ain't got to fight no more. I done had a vision where skeletons were trying to come through the door. It was a lot of them trying to get me, and I was trying to get up to go scrap. And all was an image of a hand just kind of tapped me like, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. That's just simply for your entertainment. And the people that were defending me and whatever they were defending me, they were just touching the skeletons and they was just disintegrating. Most High even gave me a vision for Jay-Z. Because Jay-Z is evil. Jay-Z is satanic. He worships Satan. He shows you that. I had a dream about him. He came, doing his little thing, and I was flying. Then I stopped, and he was flying because he was kind of chasing me. And he stopped, but he stopped about 30 yards from me. The dream is longer than this, but I'm just saying. He stopped about 30, and some told me to draw an imaginary line in the ground, which I did. And it told me to point at Jay-Z and tell him playtime is over. And I did. I said, playtime is over. And in the vision, in the dream, Jay-Z looked at me and his eyes got kind of big because he represents to us, Hebrews, the other side. He and his wife. They show it to you. See, it may seem like they're big and bad right now. They got all these things and they just walking in their pride, but I understand who we got. I understand who we have. I understand who I have watching my back, watching my front, watching everything. That's why I walk, I'm fearless. I don't worry about anybody touching me, because if they touch me, the Most High ordained for me to be touched. But if he doesn't ordain it, it ain't gonna happen. So I fear him. But anyway, Most High only fight. He only needs a few to fight with. Deuteronomy 2:20. There was also accounted a land of giants. Giants dwelt therein in old time, and the Amorites called them Zamzumans, a people great and many and tall as the Anakims. That's the giants. But the Lord destroyed them before them, and they succeeded them and dwelt in their stead, as he did to the children of Esau, which dwelt in Seir, when he destroyed the Horims from before them. Most High scraps with us. He only needs a few. That's why I don't be worried about standing alone in his truth, man, because I know what the Most High has told me. I know what he tells me. I know what he has shown me. I know what he shows me, and I know not everybody going to get it. I know it's going to be me against a whole multitude. That's why Elijah had to go against 450 prophets of Baal. Elisha was standing there and his servant with all them cats out there, thought they was better. Elisha was like, nah. So that's how I don't be worried about it. Because the Most High only needs a few. Because he's scrapping with us. So I don't be worried about nothing. I only need a few. So everybody that come against this word of the Most High, you going against him. You going against me. I'm just sharing. I'm being obedient to the Most High, not you or y'all, to Him, because that's who I'm scared of, not y'all. I only need a few. Shalom.